So Nikita, welcome to England, welcome to GB3. You're with Arden, not quite yet, you're not quite old enough to race. I believe you're jumping in the car at Spa later this year. How are you finding the experience so far?
It's been pretty hard, but that's everything's new is a challenge. But so far it's been pretty good. Testing's been great. I mean, we were fast at Donington, I think third. Silverstone, top 10. Here was a new track, so we were lacking a bit of pace. But it was fun to learn a new track. But I think we'll be pretty fast at Spa because it's a F1 track, and I'm kind of more used to those type of tracks because it has more runoff, more road, so it's a bit more like some of the US circuits.
And what's it been like adjusting to England, which I suppose is a different culture to what you're used to back at St. Pete?
It's a bit colder, a lot more rain. In Florida we get some rain, but here it's I think rainy almost every other day, and it's cold rain too. In Florida at least we get warm rain, so you can actually go out there without a raincoat.
And does having American teammates within the team, does it make it an easier transition?
I think a little bit. We have James this weekend and at Brands, but I think it makes it a little bit easier because they know what it's like to come from the U.S. and experience something new. But we all work together very good, so I think it's going to be a great year.
And what's it like still, I suppose, balancing racing and education at the same time as well?
It's sometimes tricky. I'm online school, so that helps me a lot to be able to go racing and then maybe do schoolwork at night or do schoolwork the next week. But sometimes it's tricky, but we're still seeing what happens. If racing takes off and I become a professional driver because before I'm like 20, then I probably won't go to college just yet. But if something happens in racing and I become a GT driver or maybe just a coach, then I'll for sure go to university.
And what's it like in GB3? Of course, you're doing the GB3 later this year, but still a film season in USF back in America. So how are you managing that?
Just trying to be on a schedule, be more precise with my eating, hydration, sleep schedule. So because it's going to be very busy in June, July, it's every weekend or every other weekend. And I don't think anybody else is doing 2 championships at the same time in 2 different continents. So it'll be fun. I mean, I'm always up for the challenge, but it's just about being able to get on the time zone fast and being able to adjust my eating.
And you won at St. Pete earlier this year. I believe you won there last year as well. So are street circuits something you really enjoy?
Yes, I think street circuits are probably my favorite. Besides like old English tracks like Alton, and I think Brands looks pretty fun. But street circuits are probably my favorite because it's never the same. Every year the walls are laid up a tiny bit differently. Maybe the track, the bumps are bigger because it's a street circuit. So you have cars drive on them every day, and sometimes the compression will be even more.
And how much can you learn from just observing here, and I suppose next time out at Silverstone rather than driving yourself?
I think it helps a lot to observe. Of course, I would like to be driving, but just to be able to sit in the debriefs and watch what my teammates do, maybe I can learn from what mistakes they made, and go not do that when I'm there. So that helps being in the debriefs, but I think when you're in the seat, that's key. Seat time is key.
And where are you at with racing right now? Are you more focusing on pursuing a career in Europe or back in America?
I would like to pursue a career in Europe. I think that's every driver's dream, to try to make it F1 or at least be on the journey there. But the U.S. option is definitely open. I really like IndyCar, and I think it has probably some of the best racing in any series in the world. F1 is just, it's everybody's dream. It's completely different racing world. So we'll see how this year goes. Maybe we, keep coming back and could be, racing in FIA F3 at some point.